We are doing an old-fashioned horizontal live today. Still going to be chaotic though. The boys are here behind me swimming in the creek. So I figured, oops, yes, yep, put it right in the bucket. Kev's already collected me some crayfish. Swimming and catching me some crayfish. As soon as I have a few in there, I will start fishing. Let me hook you guys into my chest mount. I'll do my best to be able to see chat. But yeah, welcome in. Hope you're all having a great day. A little tricky for me to see chat when I'm doing this style of fishing, but holy crap, this thing's like a lobster, Kevin. Okay, wow. Let me get him taken care of. Holy cow. I don't know if I want to mess with that big one. Heck with him. That one's huge, Kev. I'm afraid to touch that thing. He might tear me up. All right. We might travel a little bit. I don't want to film the kids swimming. And once I get too hot, I'm going to go swimming too. It's in the mid 80s, but it's pretty humid out. I'm going to fish this little pool right here, see if we can catch anything before we move on. Got a little jig on it. May be a little too heavy. I might have to put a float on this. Been testing out the horizontal and vertical formats for lives, and I put a poll out there today on my community tab. So if you have opinions on that or strong feelings in either direction, go put that on my community tab, because I'm going to take the results of that. I'm going to be doing both still, but right now I'm doing mostly vertical. Yeah, chuck me in the bucket, buddy. Just because I've been doing so much better views and I'm monetized, so I do need to make some money when I can. And I definitely am making a lot more, not a lot, I'm not making a lot, period, but making more, you know, in the vertical format. I personally don't really like the vertical format much. Let's see who we got in here, if anybody's chatting yet. Nope, it's going to be all weird. YouTube's going to be weird. 3 thumbs up and nobody in the chat. I don't know why it does that. I really feel like, selfishly, the vertical is easier to film on now too, with the way my chest mount works. And I feel like YouTube works better that way. Like I get no horizontal views. But I don't like to focus on all that business crap. I really don't. My goal is to fish, catch fish. All right, Kev's upstream. Lyle's not going to be on film today. He's going to be swimming off. He is in my fishing hole though. We've got some crayfish right here. I'm going to try a float, put a float. The jig head's a little bit heavy for this hole. But when we're traveling in creeks like this, that's kind of what we have to do. We have to be creative and make it work. So if we put this about here, get in there, twist that, put a little top on, that should work. I don't know if I'll be able to. I'm going to see if I can take these crayfish with me. Hey Betty, pre-retirement days is in the house. Welcome in. Kids are out fishing, so I figured I'd pop up, take a few casts, see if we can catch anything cool. Lots of smallmouth bass in here, a few largemouth, some panfish. We did catch a there's one, He did catch a muskie in this area, and just saw another one just recently, so don't plan on catching it today. I don't have the right gear, but it would be nice just to spot it, and then I can make a plan to try to catch them. There he is. Fish on, guys. Fish on. Looks like a smallie. Yep, first smallie on the live crayfish on the jig. Just a little guy. Come on. Want to be on TV or not? There he is. Let's let him go. Go on. Betty, we made Caesar salad, first time ever yesterday from scratch. Lyle and I did. We're going to make it again because we altered the recipe a little bit more. And I don't know if a lot of people don't realize that, like, you use fish with the dressing if you're making it the normal way or the real way. And man, it came out so good. Just made me think of you with all your cooking lives. Lyle wants to do some more cooking videos. We spend a lot of time cooking and baking together, but he's a little funny with the camera, so a lot of that stuff doesn't get televised. He likes the idea of having a dad as a YouTuber, and he wants to fish with me all the time, but he doesn't really like being on camera usually, so it's kind of a tricky situation. And I'm never quite sure exactly how to handle it. Just gonna keep fishing this little run here. Kids are trying to drown each other upstream. Oh, that was a nice fish right there. They're smallies. They like to stay in that current. Got to keep it in the moving current there to get the hits. I caught a leaf. I'm working on a new video, guys. If you saw my last one, it didn't get a lot of views, so you probably didn't see it yet, but that was from the same trip. Another trash fish catch and cook. We cooked up a sea robin. Oh, that's a rock. So if that's interesting to you, go check that video out. That's up. I put that out a couple days ago, or maybe yesterday. But the rest of that trip, 10 days, is like a huge multi-species video with, and I'm only halfway through the first edit on it, and I think I'm up to 12. Oh, fish just jumped right there. I think I'm up to 12 species already. That may not have been a fish. I think something's fallen off that tree. Maybe it's an acorn tree. Eddie Gross, hello there. How you doing today, bud? Thanks for coming in here. You know, I know if I go too far down, I'm just going to lose my crayfish and have to walk all the way back up here, but we got to get the fish. That was one right there. Pop this float off. Just killing some time. Boys are upriver from me swimming, and I figured I'd cast a little bit till I got hot. I'll probably swim. I try to swim a little bit with them each day. It's great exercise. Just gonna jig this crayfish along the bottom. snag. There we go. Boys are in a good hole up there, but I told them I wouldn't film them while they're swimming. Stripped me. Hope you guys are doing well. If you guys want to give me feedback, I have on my community tab, I've got two polls I put out. One, oh, look at the size of that crayfish right here. It's almost too big. Try to film this while I catch him. Nope, not fast enough. He's going. He was too big anyway. The one poll was on horizontal versus vertical lives and what your preference is. The other one, oh dude, you're trying to get out. Yeah, your bait. Yeah, one is horizontal versus vertical and what your preference is. The other one has to do with the time of videos. I think I did like, do you prefer under 8-minute videos, 8 to 20 minutes, or under an hour, or like over an hour? It doesn't matter, something like that. That was my breakdowns. Let's see here. I wonder if I can get rid of this water. Nah, it's not gonna work. Let's go down. Boys, I'm gonna go downstream, okay? I'm gonna walk downstream here, leave those guys up here. The water is less than 4 feet and both are very good swimmers. My wife went to like state champs in high school, so she makes sure, and she lifeguarded all her life, she makes sure these kids can swim. Go down the ocean and people will be like, oh, you're gonna let your kid, like, if I'm drowning, they're gonna be saving me. It's not gonna be the other way around. I can swim. I've even done like full distance Ironman, but I can't swim like my wife. Never met anyone that can swim faster than her. Let's see. She can literally like sidekick or, backstroke or doggy paddle and be faster than me freestyling. It's crazy. Did a crayfish just jump? Oh my God, my crayfish just escaped the bucket. Dude, you need that water. Let's see. This rock looks good. Let's get down here. This looks like a good spot if I can get down here without breaking my neck. Hopefully the audio and the camera is okay. How soft is this mud? That's not bad. Nice little ledge right here. So first cast, I'm going to put it right off that ledge. Not where I wanted it. Got a little loop in my line I got to straighten out. I'll probably get a fish while I'm doing this. I think I got it. Yeah. All right. Boulder right out there. Always a good spot. Cast around the boulder. Got 6 awesome people in here. Bud Files, welcome in, Sue. Dwight, Curl Express, Ashley, Brady. What is going on, guys? Good to see some friendly faces in here. Whoop, just missed one. Got distracted. Caught one little creek smallie already. Kids are upstream swimming. Been editing all day since 5:30 in the morning. I got a long video I've been working on, so I'm editing that one. I got a few polls out on the community tab. What is this? A stick? So if you're interested in voicing your opinion on anything, go check those out. Got a couple weeks left of summer, and the kids will be going back to school. And then I'll be live a lot more, I think. I thought I'd be live a lot more during the summer, but it turned out the kids like to do this even more than fish. They're just up there swimming. Well, if you can see them up there. So we spend, I get up and I edit. I've been trying to put a lot of effort into editing and making my videos better quality, which is a little frustrating at times because I don't feel like YouTube pushes the videos out. Maybe because I do too many shorts or whatever. Everyone's got their opinion on that. But I do kind of love the editing process of it. That being said, my plan is to go live every day for hours once the kids are back in school. And with the fall, I think the middle of the day is better fishing too. Whereas in the summer, there's really not much, there's not a lot of fish biting in the middle of the day, to be honest with you. It'd be a whole lot of dead air time just chatting. And that drives me nuts. I can't do that. I got to catch fish. Oh boy. Let's see if we can get this out. We might have to swim, guys. I don't even know if I can get out there without going under. Give it some line first. Yeah, I hope you're doing good, Ashley. I haven't seen you in a while. I mean, I've been on vacation from my retired life with the family, which sometimes doesn't feel like vacation at all. Vacationing on a budget is not easy. So we were in a cabin, camping basically, cooking cooking all but one meal for 10 days. And almost every meal consisted of fish that we caught or, crabs or something that we caught, along with some cheap carbs like rice or whatever. And then if we were going to treat the kids to anything, it was usually just like ice cream or a sticky bun or something. There we go, we got it. It's a lot cheaper that way. Kind of expecting smallies in here, but there's also a lot of carp. So that would be really cool if I could get on the carp. This is not quite my ultralight. I probably have 12 pound on this. This is a lot more than I'm used to using. Let me see if I have my float on me. Put this float back on. Get out here in the deep current. So we've been doing a lot of creek fishing just because the temps have been so unbearable this summer. It's just been a really hot summer. I've been spending a ton of times fishing spots like this, and then swimming, and then fishing, and then swimming, and kind of doing that. Working some side jobs, doing some construction work, trying to make ends meet. I think they're meeting, I don't know. This jig's a little heavy for the float. Fish, let's try the edge. Sometimes they're right on the edge here. Got one other spot. First, let me cast her down this way too. Yeah, we make it work, Ashley. It's nice. I like cooking and stuff like that, and there's a whole lot less stress. I feel like my wife and I get along better. The family, the kids, I've seen a lot of growth you know, I think everybody's doing better with this. It's not easy having two parents work. You know, it's just, and we've always had to do that. It just felt like, you know, the amount of time we were running around in circles, felt like we were wasting a lot of money, and started like thinking about it, and like, our hand kind of got forced, but so I do a lot more cooking from scratch and stuff like that, and it takes up a lot of time, but we've got time now. We don't have money, so I try to do those things. Been doing a ton of work on the gardens and the chickens and all our animals, and doing a lot of projects that hopefully will pay off. You know, that's what's nice when you're working for yourself, is all that investments are in yourself, not some rich dude. It's, you know, their assets and improvements you make to your property that pay dividends in other ways in the future. Last cast here. Let's get down to, there's a nice hole down there. He was still alive. I'm going to adjust this dude a little bit here, off camera. He's passed on to the crayfish afterlife already, so we're just going to use his tail. Okay. Get back up this bank without breaking my neck. I'm going to keep saying it. Sorry to keep plugging away at it, but these are the things that, like, I spend so much time just like thinking about. I try not to let it affect the channel, because in my mind they just want to have fun fishing, and just do that for like a year or two. And if we have a good enough following that we can kind of do that full time, so be it, you know, rather than trying to figure out what YouTube wants our channel to be. That being said, by then Kevin will probably be doing his own thing, and you guys will all be over on Kevin's channel watching. I probably will be too. I'll probably be editing his crap, because he's a lot better at YouTube than me. Us old people, nobody wants to watch us. We're boring. We don't know nothing, apparently. Let's cruise down here. We're right in the town that I grew up in. We took a little drive. I grew up in a little house right across the street here. So, first musk I ever hooked was right here, back in the 90s. I used to fly fish along here. There was a bunch of mulberry trees. They were ugly, so the park cut them down and put these oaks up. But I used to catch carp on the fly rod here with a mulberry pattern all the time. You'd hook them and you'd have to run out in the middle of the stream to fight them, because they'd run up against these sides, and it's all roots here. Let's see if I can find these carp. Water is so low here. I was up at the local lake that you guys watch me fish a whole lot. They just dredged it, drained it. I may go up there just to see how that affected fishing. But I might get skunked, you know. It's one of those things where you really want to test it out, but you know, if you go live, you know, you have to have hard skin. There's always somebody got nothing better to do than just show up in people's lives and tell you don't know how to fish. The heck is that thing? But you know what? You know, I look at it as like, I try to keep the camera rolling. That's what people want to see anyway. And the lives, you know, in the video, oh, there are some big wakes right there. Look at that. We got some fish in here, guys. We got some fish in here. Probably a carp or a muskie. That's about the only options in here that size. Let's just drop it right here. Should probably take that float off. Hey, Mr. Merchant. Welcome in, buddy. My awesome shark members. Actually, I'm just catching up on my some geese taking off behind this tree. Ashley say I'm catching up on my chat now. Yep, I hardly ever eat out. Most food isn't that tasty anymore when you go out. Yeah, I don't like to eat out unless it's going to be a really expensive meal that I can't cook myself, because I can cook half decent. Catfish regulators. Ah, man, you didn't have to shut down to watch me, Tom. Not necessary at all, buddy. I'm just doing a pop up. My kids are out swimming, so I figured I would set it up. Um, if I was sitting home, I'd still be watching you live, actually. All right, let's move down. Get caught up in chat there. Oh, I got stripped. See that? I wasn't paying attention. Look at that. I can't really get down there. Let's take the float off. Now I got two crayfish in here, and one's like a lobster. I'm gonna have to break that thing into some pieces. Now, if these guys worked as a team, it'd be hard to get at them. But they don't. They don't care about anyone but themselves. So one's just sitting there while I grab his buddy. So now you're both gonna get eaten. All right. This is gonna be a tricky way to cast in here. I know this is deep because this is one of the spots we swim. It ain't real deep right there. Let's try it out right by here. That's almost over my head right there. He's taking it. Had him. It's got to be a decent smallie. It's a pretty big crayfish. I throw them out whole, and then if I don't get any bites, then I just take the tail off, because this is just, it's our local creek. There's nothing. Well, I have caught a 4-pounder in here, but you know what I mean. Most of them are going to be 12 inches tops. But you never know. There are some big fish hiding in here. Now at least I can feel the hook while I'm trying to chat with y'all. And I got the float on. That thing could be going up and down and I would never know it. I'm planning on fishing Friday night. I think there's a few other people out fishing Friday night, so I'm sure everyone will be busy and occupied, but you gotta know where to go. I will be down in the city of Philly, going for the city flatties, city kitties, Kevin calls them. And then Sunday I'm going to be on Stacy's channel, Bank Fishing Adventures. He's got a panel, so I'll be fishing on his channel. This is my favorite spot right here. So it's like 8 feet deep, and then there's a boulder that's just inches under the water. I've caught some really nice fish out there. Let's see if we can get something today. The boys like to swim down here too. They use that rock like a high dive and jump off of it. It's funny, it looks like they're walking on water when they get out there. I was walking here just like a couple weeks ago. You guys may have seen the picture. I either did a short or just a community post, but I caught a baby muskie here in my hat. This is right where I caught him, right off this little boat ramp. Let's take the tail off here. Let's take the tail off. Make sure the hook tip is exposed. And we'll go on the inside line of that big rock this time. I get quiet when I fish. I noticed that in my videos. It's just, I guess, the way I am. Like, I prefer videos like that, but I feel like if I'm not talking enough in my videos, people are like, they check out. But I think if I would have been as yappy as a lot of YouTubers, my dad would have told me to shut up while we were fishing. I try to let my other senses take over, like listening, seeing, feeling the line. And you can't really do that when you're yapping. But you do have to tell people what you're doing, or else there really is no value in being a YouTuber, I guess. Oh Lord, let's put the float back on. Not seeing a lot today. Let's go right off the boat launch here. This can be sometimes slippery. Walk out here like an old man. This is still my old phone. I've gotten a new phone now for like 3 weeks that I haven't set up. I really got to do that. But I will have it up and running for Friday night. That's my goal. Come on, fish. Got 6 awesome people in here. Appreciate you guys. See if we can catch some fish. Hey, Stewie, what's going on, buddy? Welcome in. Just did a pop-up. The boys are up the next run up there, swimming away. Figured I'd take a few casts before I join them. Just gotta find the depth here. Still, you appreciate this. Right where I told the boys I wanted to fish, that's where they decided to swim. They're in the best hole. They're in the best hole, swimming. But we'll find them. We'll find these fish. This creek's weird because the deepest area is like right up the center, right up the side, I should say, under these tree branches. I could walk out on the other side and it's ankle deep. So I always see people fishing here that have never fished here before, and they got their big catfish poles or the carp poles, and they're casting all the way out there. And I tell them, bring that in and cast it 10 feet out. That's the deepest spot. When we were trying to catch our muskie, we ended up catching a 4-pound smallie right over here where I'm about to cast. First time in my life I was disappointed to catch a smallie. The thing hit so hard we thought it was a muskie for a second. I'm gonna have to jig it. There's just not enough current. I like a little bit more current than this, so I'm gonna add a little movement. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll take the shell and the tail. And this animal's already deceased. I will take this shell, the meat, expose that white meat. I just think it's more tempting. There. Looks like it's kind of been half eaten and it's nice and soft. See if it works. Oh, come on, fish jumped right behind it. Can't get a bite and they're jumping. Stewart's going to tell me to throw a fly. I think I see Curbside right there. Welcome in, buddy. Oh, he stripped me. I felt the little tug. It's a pretty decent sized hook because I wanted to have a chance at the bigger smallies here. If I use the little trout magnet, I know I could be catching a whole bunch of sunfish right now, but oh, this thing. Ooh, let me get my fingers adjusted here, because you do not want to mess up with this guy. So Kevin and I disagree on this. Kevin likes to remove the pincher claws on crayfish. I like to leave them. I think that's what large fish like see. They see those claws because that's when they swim, those claws hang out the back. And I think that's what triggers the big fish to attack. But that's a huge one. So if we hook up, it's gonna hopefully be a really good fish. So getting my drag adjusted for a big fish. Yeah, that's Curbside. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Thanks for coming in. Kids are upstream fishing. I put two polls out today, guys, on the community page, so check them out. One has to do with lives and the format, vertical versus horizontal, and the other has to do with video lengths. Just trying to get a little bit of feedback and starting to play around with analytics a little bit more on the channel, figure out what I want to do in the next couple of months. I've even thought about not going live anymore on YouTube and not doing shorts on YouTube, just doing long format. So yeah, if you got any other information that you want to throw in those polls, go ahead and do that. I was thinking of using like a different platform, like Rumble or something for my lives, and then like Instagram for the shorts. You know, what would be a short? Not sure. Or maybe I just remove my email, because I try to be transparent, but I'm getting bombarded, guys, with emails, and a lot of it's like, I believe, animal activist groups, because it's like definitely they use the same terminology. Look at that snake skin down there. Big old water snake, I guess. All right, let's go all in. I'm going to go in the water here, work my way up the side where we saw that big fish. Let's see if we can catch that thing. It might be a carp, so this could be just a waste of time. Look at this crap. Might be just a waste of time. We'll try it. God, freaking mess, man. Like, you come over, you're gonna make the effort to throw it near it, but not get it in there. It only takes like one freaking animal to get a piece of that on their leg. Pulls out 300 yards and gets every other animal. Next thing you know, another spot, you're not allowed to fish. All right. I hate these ledges because I know there's big snappers hiding under these rocks. I've never had one come out at me. You really have to corner them. But every time I walk under there, I'm just like, it's going to happen sometime. All right, let's get one cast straight up there now. 8 months, 11 days in the jelly month. That's the gift that keeps on giving. Yeah, you know, curbside, they have like these PVC bins everywhere here for mono. You can put them in there and it gets recycled. People are just so darn lazy. And like, you know, whether, yeah, I don't want to get into it. I don't want to go into a rant. I got in a dang near fist fight down the shore on our last day. This might be worse than the thing I was just about to tell you, but this has to be said. The only person I told, well, Kevin was there. I told my wife, but we were fishing. This dude was fishing on the pier next to us, and sea turtles are very protected near us in the shore that we were fishing. And this dude was catching them and just throwing them on the pavement and putting them on their backs out in the sun. You know, had no care for him at all. I went over, took a couple, threw them back in the water. He didn't speak, acted like he didn't speak English or whatever. He kept doing it over and over again. So eventually I went over and started taking pictures of his license plate. Then he started speaking English. He knew a lot of curse words in English. But yeah, we kind of got into it a little bit down the shore. It's just like, you know, if you're going to eat the turtle, eat the turtle. Even if it's protected. Like, that's one level of, you know, ridiculousness if you're going to eat something that's illegal to eat or whatever. But you take it a whole nother level when you're just mean for no reason. And, you know, the reason was because they keep coming into his crab traps and messing them up. That was his reason for doing it. It's an unacceptable reason. And I watched the same dude, just everything he caught right into the bucket. 3-inch crabs, got to be 4.5. Everything went right into the cooler. So I was going to just ignore it. But Kevin loves turtles. Like, he loves turtles. That's his thing. We've got a whole bunch as pets. And he got upset, and that was it. I'm like, all right, I'm not going to be the kind of dad that doesn't make a stand, you know? Oh, well. But I also have a temper, so I have to be real careful. When I engage, I don't plan on losing, if that makes sense. So I usually don't engage. Amanda Adventures, welcome. Good to see you here. Adventures of the Philippines. I think that was two. I combined two people into one. Oh, I got it. Okay. Let's get a smaller bait out. The Mondos do not want to play today, so let me. Ooh, this guy almost bit me. Come on, dude. Work with me here. Gosh. All right, here we go. Yeah, I think that was a man. Let me go up, look at chat here. Oh, dropping my rod in the water. Thank you all for coming. I really appreciate that. Dwight, I am, man. It's a significant. That's why I think it's a concerted effort, because the messages are almost all the same and they keep coming. I mean, 10, 15 a day. From what I've talked to some few other YouTubers, it's like animal activist groups are organized, and that's kind of what they do. But it's hard to tell who's who, you know, because some of them, it's not all of them. Some I do recognize, or some will say things so I know they are really in our chats. So I don't know. I got a smaller bait now. When we walked down, that's the rock where we saw that big fish swim out from. So I'm casting underneath of it right now. I'm going to try to work up a little bit more. Like I said, I hate this ledge because I know. Oh, God. That was either a rock or a turtle right there I just stepped on. Not fun. Not fun. They hang under this ledge here. And we're talking 3-footers. They're not small snappers. Are you a fish? You're not fighting like a fish. No, you're a stick. All right. Let's try up there from this angle. I don't know, guys. You're running out of ideas here. We caught that one smallie real early on. And nothing after that. That's the gamble you play when you go with a bigger hook and a bigger bait. But you can't fish the same way every day. You'd get bored to death. Got to change it up, keep it interesting. I think I'll go up to the top hole where the boys are. See if I can fish that a little bit. Okay, so that wasn't a turtle, it's a log. I just hit it again. That's why it felt like it came at me. Because it did, but it was just a log. Oh, Jesus. Okay. Check chat one more time before I take the long walk up. Hey, 5 buckaroonies from Mr. Dwight. Thanks, bro. Appreciate that. Yeah, Adventure of the Philippines, we call them stick roll. Yeah, if you don't have Curly Express, he's one of my buddies from the train family side of things. I kind of grew up loving trains. That's like my interest in trains came from. Lyle grew up loving trains. I had an uncle who is a Lutheran minister, and he used to drive me around the train shows as a little kid. But I never had the patience for actually doing any of that stuff. Hey, how you doing? Hey, what's going on, man? You still doing Thursday nights? Are you still doing Thursday nights? Like mountain biking? Hang on, guys. Yeah. You ride up at the Green Lake? Like, didn't you have the group rides going?
No, I didn't have many group rides going.
No? Oh, okay.
They would do Thursday night lights. Somebody would. I forget it was,
Crayfish, yeah. Nice. All right, so I was going to meet up with some. I need to get some off-road riding.
GNR, they still doing that. I'm trying to remember the guy's name. Craig Hall.
Craig is.
Yeah, Craig would do it. I think they still do it sometimes.
I got to get in shape
There's
for
old
that.
guys up there, buddy.
Yeah. All right.
Cardio in, man.
Oh, man, I got enough cardio. I can't do that anymore. Uh-huh. I'm getting old, too. 7 and 9. My 2 are up there swimming.
Are they still in the fishing line?
Yeah, yep. Yeah, they just took a break to swim, but they're 8 and 10.
Oh, cool.
Catch, yep. Sorry, guys. I haven't seen that guy in ages. He used to be in the community that I raced with for mountain biking. I don't... I'm trying to think of his name. I hate that. Ah, Lord. I've raced so much. I met so many different people. I raced for over 30 years, so people just come up to me and I try to remember who they are. Like I can tell you about 10 different experiences that guy and I shared, but I can't remember his name. I feel like such a jerk. I know his dad's Joe. I even know his dad's name. Oh, well. Owen, it's Owen. That's who it was, Owen. Not everybody wants to be on camera. I don't want to shove a camera in the dude's face. So I'm sorry to like launch your view into the trees there for a moment. Didn't feel like explaining that I was on YouTube live or anything. Just figured I'd turn the camera off of them. Yeah, I think we did all grow up. The whole train thing in the human culture, at least American culture, to me, it was like the whole settling of the West is like the first thing I think of with trains. But then after that, me personally, all my work down in West Virginia and like the coal mine towns, um, we would stay in these little towns that were whistle stops, and your pictures would fall off the wall in the middle of the night. You couldn't sleep for a week, and then by the time you came home, you couldn't sleep because it was so quiet at home. It was just such a cool little world. In some ways it was horrible because we were working with all busted up, handicapped co-workers that couldn't do. Worked with guys that were pinned between cars and didn't have legs and all kinds of stuff. I'm still alive. I only caught one fish. I came up to this hole. I thought maybe I'll catch something up here. I caught one.
What was it?
A smallie.
How big?
Not huge.
It's a smallie. It's a small, you rat.
Can I fish up in this top hole?
Yeah, go for it.
Okay.
You're gonna be swimming here though.
Yeah, you can swim over there. I'm going to be swimming in a couple minutes too. I'm going to try to get these guys one more fish, and then I'm going to be swimming with you. This water's like 10 degrees cooler than the water down there. Lots of little clamshells here. Let me hit chat again, make sure that I'm actually reading you guys. Yep. Yeah, Philippine couple, I got to make it over to some of your lives. I've been on vacation. That goes for everyone here. I haven't been to your channels as often recently because I just got back from 10-day vacation, and we did a lot of filming, but I didn't really interact much. And in fact, I stopped doing lives during that time. So I just wanted to focus on family. Oh, there's a decent fish swimming out from the shallows. Let's see if we get him.
Big cloud.
Yeah, I was just going to ask you if that was rain. I see.
Want me to catch a fish for them?
Catch a fish for them. I'm going to catch a fish. Get out of here, turkey. You want to swim over here and catch a fish?
I'll show you how easy it is to catch a fish.
All right. Come over and show me how easy.
What you use it for bait?
Crayfish and your oversized hook.
Oversized?
Yeah, the jig you were using last night.
How's that oversized?
Apparently it is. I haven't caught nothing.
Okay, people use bass hooks, so you can't get much worse than bass hooks.
Yeah, I'm talking about the weight though with the jig. I want it to go down slower in the water column.
Ouch.
I've got this obnoxious 10-year-old swimming over to me to steal my fishing rod.
There's a feisty crayfish. Oh my god. Look at the doll.
If you see Kevin come in the screen, he looks naked, but he is wearing clothes. You can only see from his waist up, and he looks completely naked. I saw a big fish down there swim out. Yo, Kevin, knock it off. I saw a big fish swim out down there.
What, carp?
Either a carp or the muskie.
I caught a snapping turtle with my bare hands. Just kidding. You'll be dead. I caught a tiny baby muskrat. It bit me and I was bleeding like crazy. The snapping turtle.
Well, you going to show us how to fish or not, Kev?
Yeah, Kev. You're not gonna let me fish.
No, I will. You told everyone you were going to catch a fish. Come over and show everyone.
Over. I'm gonna show this guy a trick. Is it a tail or
Yeah,
tail?
just had a bite. Hold on, you can't take the rod yet. I had a bite. All right, I'll give it to you.
Yes. Imagine I catch him right now. You're in a bad spot.
I should give you the camera. You go live and I go swimming 'cause I am stinking hot now.
How do you have this rig?
Oh, I have it rigged the right way. What are you going to do differently? Why don't you show everybody what you know so much better than me?
That piece, useless.
Okay, so you're exposing the white meat?
Yes, even more.
Oh, it's going to fall right off.
Think?
Yep. That sucker's gone ski. Summer fun, that's what it's about. If he catches one right away, I'm going to be mad.
How to hit it.
Yeah. Let me get back so I can film you, or else it'll look like nothing. Yeah, and he snagged.
If we went to the good spot, I could catch one.
This is the good spot.
Yeah, the good spot's down there farther.
Up further or down
Is that
further?
an eagle or?
Hawk, that's a red-tailed hawk, I think. I'm not sure he's a red-tailed. He's got a fish though. He caught a fish. He caught more fish than you did.
Me?
Yeah. He's got one in his talons.
I try and hook a muskie.
You could with that hook. It's big enough. He'd probably break you off. Oh, I almost fell in.
I thought I had him. For a second,
Everyone see Kevin set the hook on that rock?
I had to hook the rock and then it slid across a couple more rocks and then hooked again.
There's the bald eagle. There's the bald eagle going up the... Yeah, it is.
Are you a bald eagle?
100% that's a bald eagle. He's constant wing flapping.
Mr. Bald Eagle, are you a bald
Look,
eagle?
here, look at him turn. You can see the white tail on him. He's coming back. He's chasing that other bird. You guys at home, you can zoom in. Guarantee you that's a bald eagle. Guarantee
Guys, I
it.
guaranteed I can catch this crayfish right here.
Pretty good at telling birds just from their wing flaps. When you live in Alaska for a few years and you have no TV and no internet, you get pretty good at being a mountain man.
Man!
Mountain man.
Wait, does a crayfish count?
Nope, crayfish does not count. This isn't Stewie's channel. On our channel, it actually has to be a fish.
Real?
Yes. We'll find out if Stuart's still listening. Get him all fired up now. We got 6 awesome people hanging out. Appreciate you. Well, 5 now.
Oh, I just had him.
I don't see how long we've been live. Oh, 58 minutes. We made almost a whole hour. That's cool. I thought we'd try to get to an hour and see if Kevin can hook one more here. And then I need to swim a few laps.
Fish ain't taking it.
All right, my turn.
Hold on, no. I can catch this
Check the
fish.
camera lens here.
If I just use the meat, I can catch him. Do I have your permission to take all the skin?
Yeah, let's go all in, guys. He's going to take all the shell parts off. It's going to be just the meat. He's either going to get a fish or get stripped, and then we're going to end the live. So I appreciate everyone coming in. Stewie is here.
Stewie?
Stewie!
Stewie!
Lyle's hiding off camera.
I don't like being on camera.
I know. Just like your mom. You guys are going to grow up, look back at the channel, and just not going to be on it at all. You're like, where am I? Right off camera. Throwing rocks.
That fish took, that fish took like all the meat off, so.
And more rocks.
So you only have shell.
More rocks. Oh, this is a big juicy rock.
Fish are
Dad.
dumb enough to eat that.
Little tiny piece of meat. Let's see what you got, buddy. Yeah, there you go.
I
Do you want a bobber? Bobber might be perfect with that little piece.
Fish, I already got stripped.
Huh? Yep, you are.
Well.
Well, he's stripped, guys.
I keep probably catching.
I'm ready to swim.
There's a bass right here.
There is a little bass right next by his feet. He is a fish magnet. There's literally a little bass right at his feet over here.
Gotta get them to me. Gotta catch another.
But we're going to call it, guys. I appreciate y'all hanging
I
out.
could get him if I catch another crayfish.
Figured we'd pop up horizontal.
And he's gone.
We'll probably, the next one will be vertical. We'll just keep alternating back and forth, something like that. I'm going to try to collect some data and see what works best for everybody involved. Peace out, y'all. Dwight, thanks for the super chat. Appreciate it, buddy. And say bye to everyone.
Bye-bye. Thanks for any super chats.
Oh, yeah. Can't wait to
Money
go swimming.
helps, especially Mountain Dew.
Can't find the end button. I'm going to be like Dwight. I'm going to start cursing at the, what the? In half of Dwight's videos, he starts the video by cursing. What the heck? Why isn't this working? Oh, I'm sorry, Dwight. Couldn't resist.